Good morning, guys. I don't even know where to look sometimes with these phones, but you know me. You just get the real me, and I'll do my best. Um, I'm getting ready to do some of the practices that I do at the beginning of my day to set the tone for my day. And I'm thinking about all of you. I'm thinking about sharing with you this concept of setting the tone for your day. And have you ever even thought about that? Has that idea ever been introduced to you? Um, Most wonderful thoughts are not totally original. Maybe the way I spin it or how I address setting the tone for my day is going to be a little different than somebody else's, but there's been a lot of great thinkers and people who have walked this earth who have had these ideas and shared them. And I'm so grateful for them because it's changed my life. And so I'm just trying to pass it on. Louise Hay is one of the great metaphysicians that I'm thinking about who shared how important it is to do certain things at the beginning of your day to set the tone for a great day. And I really do believe that what you're thinking about at the beginning of the day, what you're focusing on, what you're putting your attention on is what's most likely to grow and appear in the day. What you will experience, our thoughts, our things, they manifest into our experiences. So what was your first thought this morning? And I'm just going to focus on that part of priming the day because it's so key. You know, you open your eyes and the first thought, and I've been through many different phases of my life already, and I've had different thoughts when I open my eyes. Way back when it was like, I have such a headache because it would be like a hangover. We're talking, maybe 2.5 decades ago. But I remember waking up and just not feeling good. That's the way I would wake up sometimes. And then I remember, in corporate America, it was like the chicken without her head on, having to help my child get up and be prepared for school and at the same time get myself dressed and ready to start the day at 8 o'clock. And so it was like a whirlwind. I'd open my eyes and the first thing I think about is work and, getting out the door. And then a couple years back when things shifted in my world again, as it happens in life, change comes. But this was a wonderful change for me because I feel like I just did a lot of detoxing emotionally, slowing down and appreciating my life and all of the gifts. And so I started to read more of these spiritual books like Louise Hay, who proposed the idea of waking up and saying, oh my gosh, this is going to be the best day ever. Even if I didn't believe it. And believe me, when I first read that, I was like, I don't know about that one. Seemed like a stretch. We can always modify beliefs if they feel like too much of a stretch till we sense that, yeah, I can get with that. Oh, today's going to be a cool day. Something really cool is going to happen today. Like even just saying that, proposing that to yourself. And seeing if you can, swallow that idea, accept that idea. But for me, generally now, when I wake up in the morning, my first thought is to thank my higher power, my creator, whatever you choose to call, the energy that has created all things, God. Some people choose to call that force God, but universal source, there's so many different names, it doesn't matter. But I know that I didn't create myself, that I was a thought in a greater mind than my own mind. And so I like to wake up and thank that greater mind for putting the breath back in my body, because I know that doesn't necessarily happen every day for everyone. And I think it was a book I read called The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer, another great book. That there was a part of that book where he really impressed upon me what a gift it is to wake up and have our breath back in our body. Many people pass away in their sleep. Many people right now suffering with the coronavirus and many other health issues. And it is a gift to wake up with the breath in our body and have another opportunity, another chance to experience this life. And I know for a lot of people, sometimes it doesn't feel like a gift, that life is really hard. Life is a struggle. There doesn't seem to be any joy. It seems like one problem after the next. I have lived that life as well. And that's why it's so important that I share and I know this, because that was my reality, because that's where my head was. And I had to be really sincere in my heart of wanting to find a different way and being willing to let go of my own agenda and being open-minded to take suggestions from other people and try new things in order to shift my consciousness and my thinking to what I have today, which is pretty darn good. And I know I still haven't arrived to the state where I see others, which seems really, really wonderful and peaceful and blissful and, total acceptance and gratitude for all things that show up in life. And it's my intention to get there. But for today, I'm really happy with the fact that I know that there is a witness consciousness. There's a witness that is observing me. And that to me is God, universal source, my creator. And that I am not my thoughts, that there's distance between me and my thoughts, and I get to choose where to put my attention, and I get to choose how I'm going to talk to myself and how I'm going to look at things. This is the kind of work that I do as a coach to help others. It's critical, especially right now with what's going on, that we start or improve or continue practices that help us to perceive life in a new light and thereby heal ourselves and our families and our communities and our world. So for today, just the thought is, when you open your eyes, what do you want your first thought to be? And with that, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that I'm looking at the right place on the camera. And that's it for now. Talk to you later.